Oh, I'm just being slow. Oh, good. Oh, sorry. Then again, when is this? Then again, when has it ever gone right? Ain't tight. I got everything set up. I've got everything up and running. It's just the browser that's acting up. And it. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. Browser kind of froze up there for a moment. But anyways, right? Hey guys, MediaNutso here, and welcome to another edition of Pokemon Learning League Tuesday. Now, for those of you that missed the last one, we tackled the first 5 lessons in the math category, which were as follows. We did types of angles, panda, DOS, fractions, discounts, and area of a circle. The last one of which I kind of wiped out on a little bit. But they can't all be winners. Now, for this week, we're going to be tackling the first 5 lessons in language charts, which in this case are story elements, similes and metaphors, adverbs, writing for different audiences, and hyperbole, personification, and onomatopoeia. So now that we got all of them that set up, let's get things rolling with the first lesson up for tonight, where we find Ash and the gang in an all too familiar scenario. As they tackle as they learn a thing or two, as they learn about story elements.
I feel like we've been walking in circles. Max, are you sure that this is the right way to the next town?
Yes. Now we just make a turn here.
That's the exact same tree we passed by a little while ago.
Max, we are walking in circles.
Sorry. We must be just a tiny bit lost.
What now? How do we know which way to go?
Hey, I have an idea. See that mountain ahead? If we climb it, we can probably see the whole area and which way to the next town.
I bet it has an incredible view.
Great idea, Ash. Let's get going.
Hey, May, race you to the top.
You're on.
Pikachu!
All right.
You gotta come see this. This is so cool.
Look, and now we can see which way to the town.
All right. See? Everything turned out okay. Come on, I can lead us that way now.
And it's such a beautiful day. Only one cloud in the sky.
Pika!
Whoa, never mind that beautiful day.
Let's get going.
It's really coming down.
Yes.
I'm getting soaked!
All right.
Let's take cover under that ledge. Come on.
Okay. Oh, hold on, gotta pause right here for a moment, but I'll be right back. Go. Again, so apologies for that pause. I had to go take care of something for my neighbor. Way back to the right.
Fletch, come on!
Great, now what do we do? We can't go anywhere in all this rain.
Oh, the mud is even slipping in the mud.
Wow, what a day.
That's true. We got one good story to tell.
Why don't we use the Poképilot to contact Lex while we wait?
Good thinking. Hi, Lex.
Hey, what's up?
We were lost, and now we're stuck in this mountain, and it's raining so hard, and
Whoa, slow down.
I just don't know where to begin.
Well, you got a great story to tell me, right? Telling a story is a lot like climbing a mountain. There are 3 main elements of a story: the setup, the climax, and the resolution.
Whoa, cool. The story really does look like a mountain.
A mountain you're stuck on. So let's start this story. What happened?
Well, it started raining really hard.
But wait, what about my challenge to race?
Those both sound like important parts to your story. Now, when telling it, start at the beginning, at the base of the mountain, and go through the order of events in which the story happened. Follow the plot.
Sort of like a timeline?
Yeah, that's the sequence of events, a timeline of your storyline or plot. That way it'll make the most sense to your listener or reader.
What kind of things should I include in the sequence of events?
Well, events are things that happen in the plot that are important in telling your story.
There are lots of things you can tell in a story that are important.
Yep, and telling your story in order will help it make sense to whomever you're telling it to. So, first things first, tell me your story from the setup.
Okay, it all began with Ash, Brock, Max, Pikachu, and me.
Great. Your setup introduces the main characters in the story who will play a part. Now, where your story takes place, that's called the setting. So, where are you?
Well, we started at the bottom of this big mountain, but now we're at the top.
What a setting. That must be some view.
It is. We can see all the way to the next town. I should have told you about it first.
But you have to start with your characters, right?
Actually, you could start by describing your characters, your setting, or the purpose in the plot. And that purpose, or the way the story situation got started, is the motive. How did you all get up the mountain? What made you do it? That's the motive. Stories need motivation, a purpose, a reason for doing what they're doing. And the better the motivation of the characters, the better the plot of the story. After all, that's where the action begins.
And that leads up to the peak, right?
Right. The action rises up until your story reaches the climax, the big action part where the plot is hot.
Action like big chases and gym battles and...
Yeah, sure, that's action. But sometimes action can be a character changing their mind, or the world around them. Your climax can be a change in feelings, or a change in the situation.
Really?
Sure, if it's important to the story, just keep it interesting.
But how do I know if it's interesting?
You keep your plot moving. Make sure there's a change in your character's situation from the setup to the resolution. Something's gotta happen, and that's your climax.
So then, how do you get to the ending?
After the climax, action should move toward answering the questions raised in your story, and that will lead you to the resolution. Why don't you map out your story on the mountain? Then maybe you can find that resolution.
I feel...
Drag and drop the elements of a story to when they take place on the story mountain.
Now, let's figure out where our story fits in on this mountain.
Can you tell me the motivation for climbing the mountain? Well, that... Awesome! They needed a view from the top. Great. What's the peak of the action in your story? Click on the 3 icons that describe the climax. That's the height of the action, all right. Yeah. Right. The situation has changed in a big way.
Okay, so it looks like all we need now is our ending to this story. What do you think?
Click on what you think they need to do now to follow the story mountain. They should wait until... Right. The story needs to come to the resolution. How the climax or conflict is resolved is the end of the story. How can you get down this story mountain?
Hey, the rain finally stopped.
Finally.
Okay, let's get going. Now we know our way to the next town is that way.
Hey, look! Over there! It's Team Rocket!
What are they?
Hey, where's...
Pikachu! Oh no, they got Pikachu!
Now what are we going to do?
Now that it stopped raining, maybe we can catch up to them.
How? We'll never catch up in time, and they're getting further away.
Well, I could take a guess which way.
Like before? Maybe another option would get us a better ending.
I know! I'll use my Swellow to follow them! Swellow, go! Swellow! Swellow! Swellow will come back and lead us in the direction to Team Rocket and Pikachu.
Great idea!
Okay, here comes Swellow. Let's go! Follow Swellow!
But what if Team Rocket saw Swellow and knows that we're coming?
You're right. They could set a trap.
This time, we're going to need your advice. Put the events of this story in the sequence of events. Then, you'll tell us what to do once we get to Team Rocket.
Team Rocket has Pikachu. They wonder if Team Rocket will set a trap. They decide to get going toward the next town. They spot Team Rocket in their balloon. Ash releases his Swellow to follow Team Rocket to Pikachu. Brock, May, Ash, Max, and Pikachu are on the ledge of the mountain. They rush off in the direction Swellow leads them. It finally stops raining.
Click and drag these pictures into the sequence of events on the mountain.
They spot Team Rocket in their balloon.
Good job.
Ash releases his Swellow to follow Team Rocket to Pikachu.
Yeah!
It finally stops raining.
Oops, not that one. You got it. You got it.
Team Rocket has Pikachu.
You got it.
Brock, May, Ash, Max, and Pikachu are on the ledge of the mountain.
Oops, not.
Yeah!
Ash releases his Swellow to follow Team Rocket to Pikachu.
Oh, they goofed up on this one.
Good job.
They wonder if Team Rocket will set a trap.
Good job.
They decide to get going toward the next town.
You got it. You did it. That's our story, so far.
But it needs an ending. How should we rescue Pikachu? You pick the action that will lead toward our resolution. All right. You want it, you got it. Okay, Swellow has led us almost all the way. Team Rocket should be just beyond this turn. Okay, let's get him. Gotcha! Look at this!
Choo, Pikachu!
Hey, you twipes!
Wait!
We should have figured Team Rocket wouldn't be able to follow through with one of their plans.
Choo!
Serves them right to get stuck in a tree.
That's what I call a happy ending.
Hey, and you know what? We're still on the right path to the next town.
Now that we've had a good resolution, we can finally get back on the road in the right direction.
Uh-oh. Or maybe this is the beginning of another story.
Let's get out of here.
This time, we're going to need your advice. Put the events of this story in the sequence of events. Then, you'll tell us what to do once we get to Team Rocket.
Click and drag these pictures into the sequence of events on the mountain.
They spot Team Rocket in their balloon.
You got it.
Ash releases his Swellow to follow Team Rocket to Pikachu.
You got it.
It finally stops raining.
You got it. You got it.
Team Rocket has Pikachu.
Awesome!
Brock, May, Ash, Max, and Pikachu are on the ledge of the mountain.
Good job.
Ash releases his Swellow to follow Team Rocket to Pikachu.
Yeah!
They wonder if Team Rocket will set a trap.
Awesome!
They decide to get going toward the next town.
Yeah!
You did it. That's our story so far.
But it needs an ending. How should we rescue Pikachu? You pick the action that will lead toward our resolution. All right! You want it, you got it. Okay, Swellow has led us almost all the way. Team Rocket should be just beyond this turn.
Now I just need to swing in and get Pikachu. Here goes nothing. Gotcha!
Pikachu!
Hey, you twipes! Leave the rope!
We should have figured Team Rocket wouldn't be able to follow through with one of their plans.
Choo!
Serves them right to get stuck in a tree.
That's what I call a happy ending.
Hey, and you know what? We're still on the right path to the next town.
Now that we've had a good resolution, we can finally get back on the road in the right direction.
Uh-oh. Or maybe this is the beginning of another story.
Let's get out of here.
And was kind of odd not seeing Jesse and James in them. But only MediaNutso up. Yeah, pretty weird. But anyway, we just got this up. We just made up for that day by showing both endings. But enough about story elements. Let us move on to lesson number 2, similes and metaphors, which just so happened to be the very first lesson of the language arts.
Pokémon Show special event today only. Provide descriptions of your Pokémon to register.
The competition looks tough at this event.
Yeah, there are so many well-groomed Pokémon with beautiful owners. I think my future wife is here.
Oh, brother. Well, we're here for May and her Pokémon. Stay focused. Here she comes now.
Hey, May. Did you register?
Yeah, but the judges told me I need descriptions for all of my Pokémon. I have to announce them and say something about what they're like. How am I going to do that?
Sounds like you need to talk to Lex at the Learning League lab. He always knows what to say.
Hi there.
Hi, Lex. May needs your help.
Hi, Lex. I have to come up with descriptions of all my Pokémon so they can be entered in the Pokémon show.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, maybe we should practice first before we do that.
That's a good idea. Let's try a different Pokémon. Gyarados is cool.
Great. Well, May, tell me, what does Gyarados look like?
Well, look. Here's its picture. Its whiskers make it look like this old dojo master in Petalburg City, if he was blue and had a tail.
So you see, you're giving a description using comparisons. You're saying what something is like by saying why it is like or not like something else.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying.
Exactly. Comparisons help people see what you're saying. You're showing them in your own words what something is like. And you can describe anything. Settings, moods and feelings, characteristics, tastes, sounds. So let's try some more using what you all are familiar with.
Awesome. We'll try some more with Pokémon. How's this one? When it comes to girls, Brock wishes he was as charming as Igglybuff.
What a cute little Igglybuff. Although, usually he just blushes until he's pink like one.
It's true.
That's right, guys. You made two great comparisons with Brock and Igglybuff. And each of the comparisons use the word like or as. That's called a simile.
But what if I say, Brock's hair is a fluffy zigzagoon? Here's a zigzagoon.
It's my shampoo.
Well, May, that's a metaphor. In that example, you compared Brock's fluffy hair to zigzagoon without using the words like or as.
5 minutes to showtime.
So, the way the judges sound in the loudspeaker, you'd think they were robots? That would be a metaphor.
That's exactly right. And then how do you say it so that your example is a simile?
How about the loudspeaker makes the judges sound like they're robots?
That would be a simile.
Right. You got it.
That's good, 'cause I don't have much time.
Why don't you try some more comparisons to help you get ready? I think you can do it.
I'm up for a challenge. Let's go! Okay, here's my first comparison. Love Disc is a pink Valentine heart that swims. What is this called?
Click on the simile You got it. Saying is makes the comparison a metaphor.
What if we wanted to change this comparison to a simile? Help me choose the correct description. Click on the correct one. Love Disc is like a swimming pink Valentine heart.
You got it. The use of like in this comparison makes it a simile.
Celia's whiskers are like two paper fans on its nose.
Good job. The word like in this comparison makes it a simile.
Okay, now what description would we choose to make this a metaphor? Help me choose the correct description. The whiskers on Celia's nose remind me of two paper fans.
Correct. This sentence makes a comparison, but doesn't use like or as.
All right, next up. Swablu likes to make things nice and clean, as do I.
Nice work. That one was tricky. Though both like and as are used in this sentence, there's no comparison being made. How about another, May? What would be a simile involving Swablu?
Can you help me pick the simile? Swablu has wings like clouds.
Good job. The word like in this comparison makes it a simile.
All right. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I wrote a bunch down on some note cards.
Now announcing the next contestant, May from Petalburg City.
That's me.
Good luck, May. Go tell those judges what kind of comparisons you're made of.
I'll do my best. Thanks for all your help.
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Good job.
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Good job.
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Great!
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
You got it!
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Great!
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Good job! We did it! Thanks for helping me announce all of my Pokémon.
I think you did an awesome job coming up with all those comparisons.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a second. Where's my Eevee?
First place prize awarded to May from Petalburg City for her excellent Eevee.
All right, woohoo!
Way to go, May.
Yeah, congratulations. And congratulations to you, miss, for having such beautiful eyes.
Oh, come on. Have you learned nothing today? You have to embellish what you want to say. Try a comparison.
I mean, you are a beautiful ray of sunlight, glimmering through a diamond. You're like a beautiful symphony. She looked at me. She smiled at me.
Comparisons got a girl to notice Brock. Wow, similes and metaphors are powerful.
You're telling me.
One thing to say about that. Cute ending. That'll just about wrap it up for similes and metaphors. Now on to lesson number 3, in which we will learn a thing or two about adverbs.
Are you excited about the Pokémon contest?
Yes, I'm feeling confident. And I can't wait to see all the other coordinators and their Pokémon. We're finally here! Let's wait by the contest hall and practice with Squirtle and Munchlax before the event. I want to be ready to win.
Squirtle!
Hey, look over there.
It looks like reporters are interviewing the coordinators.
I'm gonna see what's happening.
Interviews? I wasn't expecting that.
You'll do great. Just be yourself and relax.
What's going on, Max?
The other coordinators are talking about how excited and confident they are about the contest. And they're talking about their Pokémon training.
I don't know what to say.
I bet you'll give a great interview. Practice with us. May, tell us how you're feeling today and what your Pokémon will do at the contest.
Well, okay. I feel good. Squirtle performs its Bubble Beam move. Munchlax will use Metronome.
May, you're going to put reporters to sleep like that.
Oh no! What am I going to do?
You need to spice it up.
Okay, got any ideas?
Yeah, let's call Lex and see if he knows some ways to take what you've got and make it,
Spicier.
right.
Hi, everyone. What's up?
May entered a Pokémon contest.
And reporters are here to interview all the coordinators.
She tried practicing, but
My descriptions are all coming out so dull.
Like what?
Squirtle performs its Bubble Beam move. Munchlax will use Metronome.
Well, you could say, Squirtle expertly performs its Bubble Beam move. Munchlax will use Metronome victoriously.
That sounds better.
Those additions tell how, when, or where by describing the verb or modifying it.
Really? I can handle that. But I need to learn quickly. Before my turn to be interviewed.
You just did it.
She did?
Sure she did. May said she needed to learn quickly. She modified the verb learn with an adverb quickly.
so adverbs tell us more about a verb?
Right. Adverbs add information to verbs. A lot of times they end in ly and go before or after a verb, like quickly, badly, and mysteriously.
So you could say Pikachu is friendly towards the coordinators?
Oh, that's a tough one. Even though friendly ends in ly, it's an adjective describing a noun, Pikachu. We're talking about adverbs that modify verbs.
Got it. So I could say Pikachu cheerfully greets the coordinators.
Yeah, cheerfully tells how Pikachu greets. And remember, adverbs can tell how, when, or where. So May, tell us how your Pokémon will perform in the contest.
Okay. Squirtle swims powerfully and fast.
Cool, May. That didn't make me want to fall asleep at all.
That was great, May. You actually used 2 adverbs.
She did? I heard her use powerfully. That ends in ly.
Right. May actually used the adverb powerfully to describe how Squirtle swims. But she also used the adverb fast.
But fast doesn't end in ly.
That's true. A lot of times adverbs end in ly, and that makes them easy to spot in a sentence. But as long as they change or modify the verb, they're still an adverb. Faster told how Squirtle would swim, and fast came after the verb.
So if she said her Pokémon swam hard, fast, and well...
Those would be adverbs too?
That's right. You're really getting the hang of this. But remember that adverbs can also tell where.
That's an easy one. I could say, the coordinators gather here for the Pokémon contest. Here tells where the coordinators will gather.
Nice. So how about an adverb telling when?
Like, May trained yesterday?
You could also say, yesterday May trained.
Oh, I get it. Both ways tell when for the verb trained. Cool.
So May, are you eagerly awaiting your interview?
Yeah, I think I'm almost ready to give my interview. Will you help me pick out the adverbs in my sentences?
Listen to the responses May gives while she practices for her interview. Then drag and drop the adverbs into the adverb basket. Ready? Let's go.
I trained early to prepare for the contest.
That's right. Early modifies the verb trained. It tells when.
Squirtle swims quickly and is a talented Pokémon.
You got it. Quickly tells us how Squirtle swims.
I'll happily compete.
Good job. Happily is an adverb that modifies the verb compete.
Munchlax frequently practices with me during the day.
That's right. Frequently tells us how often Munchlax practices.
My friends graciously came to support me.
Right again. Graciously modifies the verb came. It tells how.
The coordinators meet inside to get ready.
Try again. Remember, an adverb gives more information about a verb and can tell how, when, and where. Sometimes adverbs will end in ly.
The coordinators meet inside to get ready.
You got it. Inside is an adverb telling where they meet.
I confidently say I'm going to win.
Great job. Confidently ends in ly and tells how May says she'll win.
I think we did well.
You got it. Well modifies the verb did.
Now that I know how to use adverbs, I can give an awesome interview. Can you help me decide what to say?
May's ready to give her interview to the reporter. Listen to the responses May gives. Then drag and drop each adverb and the verb it modifies onto the contest ribbon below her. Ready? Go for it.
Hello, and welcome to the Pokémon contest. How long have you been in town?
My friends and I arrived today. Way to go!
What a big event! How are you feeling about the competition? There are many talented coordinators here today.
I quickly ran to the contest hall to see the list of competitors. Way to go! I anxiously wait for the contest to start. Right on!
Do you think your Pokémon are ready?
Yes, my Pokémon work hard. Awesome! Munchlax and Squirtle constantly practice their moves with me. Way to go! My Pokémon and I proudly display our skills at the contest. Awesome!
Still, I'm sure that even a talented coordinator like you gets nervous. How do you deal with the pressure?
I look up in the stands and see my friends.
Try again.
Way to go! They cheer loudly for me during the contest. Way to go!
It's important to have friends who support you.
Win or lose, we always celebrate. Awesome!
Well, thank you so much for your time, May. Good luck.
If the contest goes well, I won't need luck.
Try again. Try again.
Wow! Thanks to you, that was a great interview. And I'm ready to compete.
I know you'll do great, May.
Yeah. Now you can always give interviews with lots of cool adverbs.
That'll really change everything.
Yeah, I bet they'll only fall asleep once or twice.
Max!
Just kidding. Weirdo!
May's ready to give her interview to the reporter. Listen to the responses May gives. Then drag and drop each adverb and the verb it modifies onto the contest ribbon below her. Ready? Go for it.
Hello, and welcome to the Pokémon contest. How long have you been in town?
My friends and I arrived today.
Try again. Try again.
Way to go!
What a big event! How are you feeling about the competition? There are many talented coordinators here today.
I quickly ran to the contest hall to see the list of competitors. Way to go! I anxiously wait for the contest to start. Way to go!
Do you think your Pokémon are ready?
Yes, my Pokémon work hard. Awesome! Munchlax and Squirtle constantly practice their moves. Way to go! My Pokémon and I proudly display our skills. Way to go!
Still, I'm sure that even a talented coordinator like you gets nervous. How do you deal with the pressure?
I look up in the stands and see my friends. Awesome! They cheer loudly for me during the contest. Awesome!
It's important to have friends who support you.
Win or lose, we always celebrate. Awesome!
Well, thank you so much for your time, May. Good luck.
If the contest goes well, I won't need luck.
Try again.
Way to go! Wow! Thanks to you, that was a great interview. And I'm ready to compete.
I know you'll do great, May.
Yeah. Now you can always give interviews with lots of cool adverbs.
That'll really change everything.
Yeah, I bet they'll only fall asleep once or twice.
Max!
Just kidding. Weirdo!
Yeah, that... Well, I'm sure that'll definitely spice up some of your conversations, too. Well, that's half of my stumbling when they're on adverb. Not linger too much on my stumbling there. Let's move on to lesson number 4. which will learn about how to write papers for different audiences.
Want to practice writing for your audience?
Oh, cool! I just got an email from my little brother Forrest. Let's see. Dear Brock, we all miss you around here. Ah, I miss you too, little buddy. In honor of our awesome big brother, I've been working really hard on starting an Onyx fan club since you've been gone. Because as you know, Onyx are incredible. Plus, I want to link trainers from all over. Oh, that's a great idea! I've written a draft of the letter I was going to send out to every trainer I could think of who is trained in Onyx. From you to my friends to Bruno of the Elite Four. Would you look it over for me and make sure it sounds cool? I want everyone to want to join. Actually, I put you down as our first member. Hope to see you soon. Your brother, Forrest. All right, Forrest, I'm in. I can't believe he's going to invite Bruno, too. That's really impressive. I'm so proud of my little bro. Let's check out his letter. Okay, it says, "Hey, all you Onyx fans. Want to join a cool new club and meet fellow trainers and admirers of Onyx? Me too. I'm Forrest, and I'm not just the president, I'm also an Onyx-loving member." Well, I like his enthusiasm so far. It sounds great for his friends. But I'm not sure. It sounds a little casual if he's sending it to someone as important as Bruno. I want to give Forrest good advice on his letter, and I think he's got the right idea. Maybe I need to call in an expert. I'll call Lex. He certainly knows his way around letters.
Hiya, Brock. What's happening?
I just found out my little brother is starting an Onyx fan club. Onyx was one of my first Pokémon. Forrest took care of it while I was away, and did such a great job that it evolved into Steelix.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The letter he wants to send to potential members is good, but he's sending it out to a lot of different people. His friends, other trainers, and Bruno of the Elite Four, which is serious business. I just want to help him get all those members.
Well, that makes sense. It's important that you consider your audience when you write.
I thought so.
I can help you figure out what's appropriate for each type of audience.
Great!
The best advice I can give is that it's not so much what you say, but how you say it.
I hear you.
And I hear what you are saying.
What was that, Lex?
Well, I was making my speech as proper as a professor. I'm talking very formally and clearly to demonstrate that different relationships between people require different ways of speaking and writing.
Oh. So in other words, it's probably best not to use slang?
Totally, dude. Yes, that is correct.
It's amusing to hear you talk so, fancy, Lex.
Well, I know my audience. Sometimes being informal helps your audience relate to what you're saying. But you have to consider who you're talking to. Do you think I would call a professor dude?
Not if the professor is a lady.
That's true. But you think I would address him like he's my best friend?
Well, I know Professor Oak.
Yeah, but would you call Professor Oak dude?
Are you kidding? No way! Professor Oak is Professor Oak. No one even calls him Professor O or Oakland or even P. Okie.
Because you have to think about who you're talking to when you're doing the talking. Even when you write, your word choice should match your audience.
I believe it's called respect.
Right on. Respect is how you get people to listen to you. You respect them and their concerns, they'll respect you. After all, you're talking or writing to be heard.
True. That's why I'm not sure Forrest's letter is right for someone like Bruno. He's an expert.
So in your case, you have to think about what Bruno would want to know as he reads the letter. Think about what his questions or concerns might be. It will help you not only know what to say, but how to say it so that it's important to him. Well, to understand your audience, you have to ask yourself 3 questions. Who is my audience? What do I want to say? And how should I say it?
Okay, so you have to think about what you want to say as much as whom you're saying it to.
And there are 3 main types: friends, figures in the community, and experts.
Okay, friends I get, but who would be figures in my community?
Figures in the community are people you speak to with extra respect. Respected adults like your doctor, a police officer, or a teacher.
Okay, so someone like Professor Oak.
Definitely. But he is also a scientist, so he would also fit under the third category, expert. That's like someone you work for or with. Someone with whom your relationship is based on common interest or business.
My brother Forrest is just a kid. He doesn't have a business.
But it's still a professional setting. He should talk on a professional level to someone who is an expert on the subject.
So what about all the different people Forrest is talking to? Some are friends, some are figures, some are colleagues, and some are a combination.
Well, you have to write to your target audience. You have to get their attention and keep it.
Okay. How do you do that?
Try to call them by their name. Get them to pay attention by naming the group you're writing for or about. Depending on what you're writing about, you can start your piece with something like many teenagers, or most music fans, or the best teams. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I do. You have to put yourself in your audience's place to think about what they want to hear and how they want to hear it.
Right on.
Oh, cool.
Want to practice writing for your audience?
Okay, I'll throw a possible line out, and then I need you to tell me if it's appropriate for friends, figures in the community, or experts. Okay, if the letter said, "Hey guys, I'd like to tell you about a cool new club." Who's my audience?
Right on. Guys makes it pretty informal.
What if the letter said, "Today I would like to talk to you about joining a new Onyx fan club and its benefits"? Who is my audience?
Way to go. It sounds proper, but not specifically professional.
What if the letter said, "As trainers and future trainers, it is our duty to create a network to share information and research on our beloved Pokémon Onyx"?
Awesome. Brock refers to professional groups here and sounds pretty formal.
How about if the letter said, "It's so cool to hang out with other people who love Onyx"?
Sweet. Brock is casual in expressing his excitement.
What about if the letter says, "As friends of the Onyx, I'm sure we each have valuable information and..."
Here, Brock... You got it. He's speaking formally, but not professionally.
What if I said, "Joining a network of fellow Onyx trainers could also influence other areas of your Pokémon training"?
Excellent. Here, Brock is speaking about improving someone's professional work.
I think I've got it. You've got to make sure what you write speaks to your specific audience.
And you are definitely ready to rewrite your brother's letter.
I'm feeling good about it. But I better get started. See you later, Lex. Thanks again.
Later, dude.
Okay, I'm going to need your help. Let's revise the letter for a professional audience, not just my brother's friends. Help me take out all the parts of my brother's letter that would be inappropriate for someone like Bruno, a member of the highly respected Elite Four. Click on the part you want to delete and then drag it into the trash. Each correct deletion will be revised into an appropriate phrase for a professional audience. Hey, all you Onyx fans! Want to join a cool new club and meet fellow trainers and admirers of Onyx? Me too! But I'm not just the president. I'm also an Onyx-loving member. My name is Forrest, and I'm sending you this letter to tell you about a new network of trainers and Pokémon supporters. All right! Drum roll, please. The Onyx Fan Club. If you are a member of other Pokémon organizations, you may wonder, what is so cool about joining a special Onyx Fan Club? All right! Well, friend, the club will not only link you to fellow Onyx enthusiasts and trainers, but it will also be a way for you to exchange tips and information. All right! Let's say I was traveling to a contest and wondering where the best place to train an Onyx in the Kanto region is. You could simply contact other members through the club to get their opinions. It would be that easy, dude. All right! The club will also plan and coordinate events for members to mingle. Can you imagine how sweet it would be to all get together and fill a room with Onyx? All right! However, even if you don't have an Onyx, but are interested in the majestic Pokémon, you're also invited to join. Personally, I do not have my very own Onyx, although I have cared for an Onyx that belonged to my brother Brock, a Pokémon breeder. He is a member of the Onyx fan club, and it would be super awesome if you would join too. All right! Please also feel free to encourage your friends, family, and fellow trainers to become members. Even kind of old people are welcome. Remember, together we can build a community around Onyx. All right! Hey, thanks for all your help. We did it! And it sounds really good. Definitely appropriate for an expert like Bruno. I just have to send the letter back to my brother with our revisions. And then I bet the Onyx fan club membership will skyrocket. See ya!
Well, Tom, let's hope that taught you how to write professional need for a big company. Well, it's time to wind down with our fifth and final lesson of the night. As we take a dive into learning about hyperboles, personification, and onomatopoeia.
Listen to each sentence carefully.
Come on! I want to practice before the... Come on! I want to practice before the coordinators show at the festival. We're going to wow everyone with our best moves.
Squirtle! Squirtle, squirt!
Are there going to be lots of other coordinators there?
I don't know exactly, but I hope there's a big crowd.
Someone's trying to make sure of that. Look!
Pokémon Coordinator Festival tonight. You'll jump sky high when Bet's Butterfree flies on by.
Wow, Bet's Butterfree must be incredible. Will audiences really jump sky high?
No, of course not. At least, I don't think so.
Here's another. Buzz. What's everybody buzzing about? Come see Toby and his Pokémon at the festival and find out.
I don't hear any buzzing. Hey, look at this one. Watch Thunder Run from Elena's Electrike's famous Thunderbolt move.
How can Thunder run?
Everyone has posters but me. The other coordinators will have lots of people applauding them and waiting for them, and I'll have nobody.
Thanks.
I mean, besides you guys. I better make some posters. But what can I say?
Come see May. She's,
awesome?
Yeah, come see May. She's awesome.
Thanks, but I don't know. Everyone else's posters say really, really big things. I think we need some help.
Let's get Lex.
Hey all, what's new?
May is performing with her Pokémon at a festival tonight.
Good luck.
Thanks, but I'm going to need an audience. The other coordinators put up great posters. How can I write a poster that will get attention too?
What have you seen on the other posters?
Pokémon Coordinator Festival tonight. You'll jump sky high when Bet's Butterfree flies on by.
I doubt anyone can jump sky high. Betty's really just exaggerating.
You mean she's making something sound like a bigger deal than it really is?
Right. Exaggerating like that to get attention is called hyperbole.
Well, she really got our attention.
Right. Because she described her Pokémon in a more imaginative or exciting way by speaking figuratively. With figurative language, you're not supposed to take what is said as true to fact. You're not to take it literally. The figurative comparisons help you understand the feeling behind the words.
I know about comparisons. I've used similes and metaphors before when describing my Pokémon.
Similes and metaphors are types of figurative language. Hyperbole is a really big exaggeration, so big that you know it can't be possible.
Oh, I get it. Like the jumping sky high. No one can jump that high.
Exactly. That's why it's an exaggeration. Hyperbole is a way to get attention.
Oh, so if we said, "Ashade everything in the entire store," that would be hyperbole?
I hope so. Yes, Max, that is a hyperbole.
Listen to this. Bzzz. What's everyone buzzing about? Come see Toby and his Pokémon at the festival and find out.
Cool. Toby is using a word that imitates a sound. That's called onomatopoeia. The word buzz is onomatopoeia.
So the word buzz was invented to copy the sound Beedrill make?
Uh-huh. There are lots of examples of onomatopoeia around, but you use them so often you probably don't even think about where they came from. Like when you do this. What sound do you hear?
Snap!
Right. The word snap is the sound your fingers make. Just like pop if you, pop a balloon. Those words are examples of onomatopoeia.
Hey, Lex, here's a really tough one. Watch thunder run from Elena's Electrike's famous thunderbolt move.
Thunder doesn't run.
That's true. Thunder isn't a person and can't really run. But the image of thunder running gives you an idea of the power of Electric's thunderbolt move. Elena is giving the qualities of a person to something that isn't a person. That's personification.
Oh, cool. So personification talks about something as if it was a person.
I think I get it. But now I have to start thinking about how I can make a great poster. Let's make sure we've got all this figurative language stuff right before we start.
Listen to each sentence carefully. Then click on the poll that says what type of figurative language it uses to tack the poster up. Listen to each sentence carefully. Then click on the poll that says what type of figurative language it uses to tack the poster up.
The clouds danced across the sky.
Great. Personification is when something that isn't a person is given a person's qualities. This sentence has the clouds dancing like a person to help make the image clear.
The fast cars whooshed past us.
Right. Onomatopoeia is when a word imitates a sound. Whooshed is the sound of something going by fast.
The tree was about 1,000,000 feet tall.
Yeah. Hyperbole is an exaggeration that's so great it can't be possible. No tree is 1,000,000 feet tall, but the speaker's making a point about how big the tree is.
It was so hot I nearly melted.
Awesome. You're not going to melt no matter how hot it is. This is hyperbole, a big exaggeration.
The house sprang to life at dawn.
You've got it. A house isn't alive. Saying it sprang to life is personification.
I could hear the clock ticking.
Fantastic. Onomatopoeia is words that imitate sounds. Ticking is the sound clocks make.
The door creaked noisily.
Great work. Creaked is a word that copies the sound of a squeaky door. Onomatopoeia is when the words copy sounds.
The stars winked at us.
You've got it. Stars don't wink, but a person can. This is personification, or giving a person's qualities to a non-person.
He snored so loud the whole house shook.
Absolutely. Hyperbole is an impossible exaggeration, and snoring loud enough to shake a house is a big exaggeration. Listen to each sentence carefully. Then click on the Listen to each sentence carefully. Then click on the poll that says what type of... That was great work. You really know your figurative language.
Thanks, Lex. Now let's put that to use and make some posters. Come on and help. Let's make a poster using a hyperbole. Click and drag the sentence using hyperbole onto the poster. Right. Now click on the color we should use for the print on the poster. That looks awesome! Now click on a picture of Squirtle for your poster. Wow! That poster looks great! Let's make a poster using personification. Click and drag the sentence using personification onto the poster. Good job! Now click on the color we should use for the print on the poster. That looks awesome! Now click on a picture of Evie for your poster. I love it! Let's make a poster using automatopoeia. Click and drag the sentence with automatopoeia onto the poster. Oops, not that one. Awesome! Now click on the color we should use for the print on the poster. Cool! Now click on a picture of Munchlax for your poster. You're awesome! Now I need to write a short speech to introduce me and my Pokémon. Help me write it by choosing exciting sentences. Look at this sentence. What kind of figurative language is used? Try again. Good job. Look at this sentence. What kind of figurative language is used? Awesome! Now click on the sentence you want to use in my speech and drag it into the box. Way to go! Look at this sentence. What kind of figurative language is used? Click. Awesome! Look at this sentence. What kind of figurative language is used? Click on the right word. Hush now. The show's about to start. Awesome! Now click on the sentence you want to use in my speech and drag it into the box. Awesome! Look at this sentence. What kind of figurative language is used? Way to go! Look at this sentence. What kind of figurative language is used? Good job! Now click on the sentence you want to use in my speech and drag it into the box. Way to go! Click and drag the sentences you chose into the order you want me to read them. Click the checkbox when you're ready. Get ready for moves that will take your breath away. We're going to make you roar. Your seats will stand up and cheer.
These posters are really going to get attention. Lots of people are going to want to see you, May.
Yeah, lots of people.
Wow, that'll be awesome. I hope. We better start practicing if we're going to live up to these. Evie! Don't worry, Evie. You'll be fine. Let's go.
Pika-pee!
No, you're not going to be in the festival, but you can watch May and help by cheering for her.
Pikachu!
Okay, that one's pretty adorable. Well, but anyways, that'll just about do it for this edition of Pokemon Learning League Tuesdays. Join me next Tuesday. We'll be tackling the first 5 lessons in the life skills category. Oh, and tomorrow, for tomorrow's edition of Humongous Entertainment Wednesdays, we're going to be making for skipping on last one because I wasn't feeling one. So, what I meant to say was, since last week I had to postpone it because I wasn't feeling one. Well, tomorrow for Humongous Entertainment Wednesdays, we'll be tackling Pajama Sam and No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside, and Spy Fox in Dry Cereal. So, until next time, this is MediaNutso signing off.